And that's their light effect trying to simulate the water. But we'll do one of the little night sky bits. Because the entire room wraps around with the video light effect. I'll try to just give you a general sense of how this all lights up. To let you guys see some of this. Every couple of their evenings they start doing disco lights on the mountains and everything lights up. Now is it realistic? No, but it's so cool. And that's their light effect trying to simulate the water. But we'll do one of the little night sky bits. Because the entire room wraps around with the video.
This channel is a not-so-proud member of YouTube's all-encompassing special society of heavily overwhelmed layout enthusiasts. Check any railway show, check any railway club, check any layout, check your own house. You'll find one of us somewhere. Warning, the content of this stream is not suitable for children under the age of 16. The topic, language, themes, attitude, and personality of the presenter is not appropriate for anyone, much less children under the age of 16. Topics discussed will not center on trains and will focus on anything except politics. It just happens trains are running. Any similarity between characters, situations, trains, and intelligent thoughts is strictly a coincidence. Any rebroadcast or transmission of the stream without the express written consent of Major League Baseball is strictly prohibited. Viewer discretion is advised. Remember the 3 rules for model train layouts and pretty much anything. It's your layout, do what you want as you want. Do not tell someone else what to do unless they ask you directly what they should do. Do not call out, mock, criticize, or insult another channel on your channel or anyone else's channel. Thank you for your cooperation.
And see it, you'll love it, and it's all done in the best possible way.
Hi, everybody. I forgot to turn my mic on. Now we got sound. Sorry about that. I just greeted you all, so I'm not going to go back. Sorry about that. But yes, greeted you all. Knighted a couple of new people. Stephen the plumber's here, I saw. Sorry about that, everybody. I did not catch. I can't see the chat here because I'm looking at the participant list. But now we should be good. I knew I was going to forget that. I turned it off while I was fussing with some stuff, and the other stuff was on, and I didn't want to hear me fussing. Nissy is here. Train work, welcome in. Hey, Zeta Fox, the Paradox is here. Nice to have you. Anyhow, I have a new box to open, but I greeted you all. That's what you missed. I just ran through the greetings. Sorry about that. But the only thing I picked up today is I found this on eBay, 4503. Oh, good, that's not taped. But this is to complete my what I'm calling my Horst set. But wow, oh my goodness, I don't think this has ever been out of the box. Those wheels are absolutely spotless clean. The foam that held it in place is still in there. If it was taken out, there is no sign that these wheels have ever been run. I don't know how well you can see that. Look at those wheels. This thing has never been run. But this is a first-class car to go with my set I got from Horst and a couple other cars I've picked up. So, but yeah, that's kind of a beautiful little first-class car there, but wow, that's nice. Hey, there's Joseph Agliato, our Sergeant at Arms. So, yeah, that's wow, that's very clean. And for the price I paid, which was not a lot, maybe a little bit more than I paid for the other ones, but considering the shape this one's in, and it still is in the box, and it still has some of the box stuff in it. Yeah, that's really nice. So I will just set that aside. The big news this week, Joyce has gone back to work. Yesterday was her first official day back at work. She's been going in since last week to get her room ready and stuff because for the third time in 6 years, they changed her classroom on her again. She's always being moved. Hello, SJ Train World is here. Let me see who else came in while I was babbling here. Oh, Martin from Vintage Märklin and Motor Classics is here. Nice to have you here. And again, everybody is free to advertise your channel or the channel of somebody else you would like to advertise. But yeah, I'm very thrilled with that. I just need to get one more second-class car, and then I'm going to consider the consist done, and then I can do however I want to do. Whether how many sleeping cars I want to run with it, or I've got the red restaurant car to go with it and such. So I just need one more second class coach, and then that's done. So anyhow, sorry about that. Yeah. So what are we running today? So Joyce will be coming in a little bit later when she gets home from work and gets situated. But what are we running today? Today, I am running my Railjet, and then if you saw the video I posted earlier this week, the new Railpool, that nice little class 186 Railpool locomotive, and then I've got 3 class 146, the white 146.5, the Metronom in yellow and blue 146.2, and in red the 146.2 in the back, and I'm running a lot of double deckers today. That wasn't the plan, it's just kind of what happened. Cayenne helped me pick trains again this week. Cayenne has been helping me pick trains a lot. So let's get some of these guys in motion. And we'll see how we do. That's probably going a little too fast, but it is only 50 kilometers an hour. running this one. And come on, there we go. All right, so let's go to the multi-view to start off, and then we'll do some of the close-up cams. All right, now I can catch up with it. Yeah, that is the Austrian Railjet. It is my favorite livery of any train in the world. The Austrian Railjet is just, to me, the prettiest livery of any train anywhere in the world. Everybody's free to have their opinion. I'm not here to fight it. I'm just saying, to me, it's the prettiest. It's one of their. It's an Austrian high-speed train. It's their high speed, although high speed is a relative term. Okay. Hey, did I see Kieran popped in? Good, Kieran has popped in. Andy, my week has been so-so. Couple of things annoyed me on YouTube that I really don't want to go into. I'm still trying to let it slide, but some people... They didn't know they were talking about me, but I was there, and they were talking about me and Joyce and some other people. And, you know, when people just start throwing out words, when they start talking politics and they start throwing out words, some of your people in your audience might be associated with those words. And it really kind of offended Joyce and me because people were being very negative and talking about Joyce and me. Even though they didn't know they were talking about Joyce and me. They were, you know, this is why we try so hard to keep politics and that stuff out of chats. So it was very annoying. I actually kind of stepped away from YouTube for a few days, watched a couple of videos, and came back. But yeah, it was annoying. And then I've had some doctor's appointments, and I'm waiting for the results to find out if they're really bad or okay. Hey, Kyle Stevens, how are you? Well, Andy, if you want to know the truth, you were there. But, oh, I've got to get the floor started. Sorry about that. My UK guys. I really should put an Australian layout down here, and then when I talk about the trains down under, it would work. But on the floor, we are running the Azuma. Why do I always forget the floor? Because it's on the floor. But we are running the Azuma, and then we are running a Beatles train, but not the usual Beatles train. We're running the Beatle albums. But that is my UK LNER Azuma again, because it's almost always going to be on, because I just like to let it run. I love that train. It's my favorite UK train. But then I got the Beatles album Boxcars. Yeah, I mean, we all deal with old age, and everybody's had their illnesses, which is why I tend not to talk about mine, because so many people have had it worse. I'm just hoping I don't have it worse. I won't know my results until they said as early as Friday or as late as Monday or Tuesday. So we'll find out. When am I going to run Dutch trains? as soon as I make it to the Netherlands and ride a Dutch train. That's when I'm going to ride it. That's when I'm going to start running Dutch trains. The Netherlands has beautiful trains. Beautiful trains. Denmark has beautiful trains. But I'm already kind of maxed out on space and storage, and I still got quite a few more trains to come. I'm trying to find a place to put that shelf you see over there. That little 2-shelf bookcase. I'm trying to see if I can fit it in here somewhere and just use it as additional storage. Now, the one good news is, out of the blue, and I hope if he's in the background, hi, Tony. Yesterday, out of the blue, first of all, I had 4 people from YouTube call me. I had 4 people from YouTube call me. You know, my good friend Jean Ricard, who will not be in the live stream today because he is driving a bus. Well, I'll look into that, Tim. I will look into that. EFO, the newest stuff is not available yet. Well, yeah, there's that. The newest stuff is never available. But be that as it may, we just had. But the one that surprised me was Tony Pinnells or Pinnells. I don't know which way he pronounces his last name. He called me and we chatted for an hour yesterday. And I'm like, wow, Tony Northeastern. You know, Joyce is like, Tony Northeastern? That big channel called you? And she's in the background talking to me while I'm on the phone with Tony. And I'm blown away. You know, it was like when Alan called me for the first time out of the blue. It's like, you know, I'm like some little schlub, and all these superstars are calling me, you know. I mean, it's like just being a Beatles fan and all of a sudden Ringo Starr is on your phone or Paul McCartney's on your phone. It blows the mind that they just out of the blue called me. He rang you too? Yeah, he seemed to just want to talk. There was stuff we talked about that won't share on stream, but it was just amazing because you know, he was talking about he loves our parody songs that I write and Joyce sings. He said he really loves those, and he's been in my chat, so it's not like I haven't talked to the guy, and we have nice conversations on comment sections on his videos. But yeah, I've had short chats with him on Facebook, but just to have him ring me up on the phone out of the blue was, you know, I'm still a bit starstruck. It was the same way when Alan gave me a shout out and then called me. Oh, Jurgen phoned you? Oh, Jurgen doesn't want to phone me. I got a few things for him. I got a few things to tell him. And some of you are going, Jurgen? Jurgen who? You gotta know. Actually, I don't need to turn the phone. If you know, you know. Right, Mick? If you know, you know. That's right, Tom. Jurgen Klopp. All right, let's do some close-ups here. Where do we start? Well, by the time I start, I'm going to miss it. Now we have all 3 guys doing up the ramp. Coming through the station. As several people like to point out, they never stop at the station. I didn't do animated. I didn't do detection. If I want them to stop, I'll stop them manually. Slowly becoming one of my favorite views because it's nice close-up and it's the one time where you'll actually see scenery behind one. Hey, there's Christopher. How are you?
And Tammy from Mom and Son Rail Fan and Trains, she called me. She wanted to ask a couple of questions about something she was doing with her layout. Yeah, I listened to your non-video chat, your audio message. I did reply to one thing real quick, but the rest of it, well, I've been busy today. I was working more in the bedroom. I'm trying to get little things done. So the flooring in the bedroom is officially done. The flooring in the bedroom is officially done. I still got the baseboard trim and door trim to do, but the flooring, now the flooring was 99% done, but there was a little section I had to do something special with, and I did that. One way, I mean, you can always video message me or call me out through Facebook. Because I have my cell phone with me, and I'm listed as always on, but that's just because I'm always logged in on one of my computers. I have a couple of computers I never shut off, and so Facebook's up. But as long as you understand the 5-hour time difference, any time between, let's see, you guys are 5 hours ahead. So, well, now that Joyce is back to work, let's just say 7 on the weekdays, 8. So anywhere between noon and 1 p.m. UK time, you can ring me up. And then, of course, up to about 11 o'clock my time, which is 4 a.m. your time. The package has arrived. Hey, 156 Andrew is here. Nice to have you, my friend. Hi, laddie. Kyan always sees the one train not moving there, and he's always, train go! Train go! And I'm like, no, Kyan, it's parked there. I was trying to set up my GoPro to work today, but GoPro has changed. Well, I'm sorry about that, Clive, too. Uh-oh, what happened here? We have a little bit of an issue here. What'd you do? Huh? What did you do? You uncoupled again. Ah. Dude, you did that on Wednesday when I was running you, and then yesterday and this morning you were fine. But sure enough, live stream time, I'm going to uncouple. Sorry about that. It was just easier to do it that way. Now, let me see if I can... Yep, I caught that just as they were about to crash.
I suppose I could have done that shunting, but it was just faster to do it this way. The problem is that can't use magnetic couplings until they invent electrical current magnetic couplings. It can't. I keep waiting for them to do that because I might switch to some. Yeah, I did not plan on running freight today. My original theme for today was I was going to do all the locomotives I haven't run in a long time. All the guys that never get to run much. Like my Class 102 and my Class 146 there, the guy that I just had to recouple. Because if you don't know, the one with this pantograph up, that is my wounded warrior. That is my old soldier. He is the oldest surviving train in my collection, and that really doesn't mean much. I've had him 7 years, but he is my oldest Loco. The guy coming right at you there with the pantograph up. But that is my, that I still own. The first train I ever bought was an IC3 by, oh, how about that? I got everybody here at one shot. The first train I ever got was an IC3, which when I got the new version of the updated version of the IC3, a reissue of 37788, I traded my original IC3, which was model number 37783. Not that anybody knows this except Märklin people. I traded that to my friend Herb in Canada. Herb, if you're watching, hi there to you and Nancy. Anyhow, and then a couple of months after I bought the IC3, I bought that Class 146 there. And the cars to go with it. And he took the most damage when I had my basement redone. And the workers did not know there was a train in a place, and they dropped some stuff on it. And it broke a little piece of the pantograph, so his pantograph does not go down. Actually, I could probably make something and replace it, but it's got to be a super thin, hard tube, because it was this little hard plastic tube that connected the two ends of the pantograph so that when you push it down, it clicks into the little bit there. But anyhow. Yeah, by the way, hey, Steve Childers here. Hello, Steve. How are you? Alan Wiles on Facebook, I'm sure a video will come soon, just lit up a depot that he has built. And yeah, that looks amazing. Mysterious Mechanic, that usually happens when your internet had a hiccup. It'll drop you down to 144 if it's reading your internet's not at full speed, because it does that to me now and then. I'll start a video, and within 5 seconds, all of a sudden I'll say, why is it all fuzzy? Oh, it's on 144. And then I have to go in and say, no, I want this. You know, I've got it preset to best available. But sometimes when your internet has a hiccup, a little brief service interruption where you don't even notice you lost service, but yeah, usually when that happens, when you're suddenly watching in 144, that was you, not the broadcaster. It's Leslie. That's most of you should be at 1080 now. Some people are preset to 720. You know, I don't have enough 4K cameras that I could do this in 4K. I have the upload ability to do it in 4K, but I don't broadcast in 4K. And you have to have, to broadcast in 4K, I think you have to have YouTube Premium. I don't know if that's true, but I think you have to have Premium. And somebody sent me a message and said that YouTube is now letting you delete Yeah, I didn't think so. The guy was wrong. A guy sent me a message saying, oh, YouTube's now letting you, as a streamer, it's letting the host of the stream delete the emojis, the live reaction emoji bar, once you start broadcasting. And I just checked it, and no, it isn't. I don't know what he was doing, but I just looked at it to see if I could do it, and it was no. So his information was apparently wrong. No, Dino, the only thing I received from you was this. What did I receive from you? When did you send them? Because if you sent them within the last 2-3 weeks, I have not received it. Yeah, I was going to start asking some people, but I think I'll just bring my stickers to Getz, and Joyce and I will pass them out. You sent them the 10th of July. No, I have not received them. And that is a while. Although it took 6 weeks. Over 6 weeks, almost 2 months for something I sent to Tim Wells a couple of years ago to get him. But yeah, I never got them. Huh. You say you got drop frames? Nothing on my end says I've got drop frames. Huh. Oh, my dog. Anybody else said they had drop frames? I wonder if that's while I was doing the edit. I wonder if that's while I was looking at the edit. Is it still doing it? Yeah, well, Andy 81E, who gave me that beautiful Railpool Class 106. Do I have it coming up on a camera anywhere? Where are you coming? Okay, rats. I don't think I'll get to it fast enough. Yeah, he's going that way. Let's do station view next. Station view, quick. Up, station view. We'll catch it coming around the corner. This silver locomotive that's coming around the corner here, which the Railjet will screen. And now you'll see it coming around here. Right there. Anyhow, from the time he sent it, it took about 10 days. From the time he said that he mailed it out to the time I got it, it was like a week to 10 days. Okay, so yeah, I was messing with the edit button on Studio Live, and that would have caused, I usually don't mess with the edit on Studio Live, and I was doing it just because this guy said, oh yeah, you can delete the emojis now while you're live, and I clicked edit, and I'll bet that caused, like, hey, if you're messing with editing, so that must have been on my end. If you had those drop frames or a bit of buffering, that was on my end, because you guys all started posting that about 20 seconds after I was messing with the edit screen. Hello, Boxcar Jerry. What cameras do I use?
the better question is, what cameras don't I use? I primarily have two, what were generic companies, but now they've gotten big. I have Nexigo, and I have Depps Tech, D-E-P-S, Depps Tech, T-E-C-H. And seriously, any camera you look at and go, that's really good, it's one of my Nexigos or my Depps Techs. I still have a couple of really unknown generics. What's the one? Uzion or whatever. And then I have one Logitech. Which one's the Logitech? Oh, it's that one up there. This is my last surviving Logitech. I was on this a little bit earlier. Come on, where is it? Where is it? There it is. Yeah, this is a Logitech C920. It's the oldest camera I still have. But this is a Logitech C920, and that is my last Logitech on the layout. And then I got a bunch of Nexigos and Depps Tech. So I'll type those in the chat here. And there are variations of them. And I just buy them on Amazon. But like, this is a new one I bought to replace a camera. Unfortunately, OBS will not read this. My computer's reading it, but OBS will not read it. I should hold this up on the camera. There we go, this one. But this is a Depps Tech. This is a 4K. Anytime one of my cameras starts to act up or not work well, I replace it with a new one, and I'm going 4K. So gradually, I'll have all 4K cameras in here. Unfortunately, this 4K, even though I have two of these on my layout already, and they're awesome, I love them, OBS won't read this. The computer reads it, but OBS won't read it. So I don't know if OBS is saying, look, you got 16 cameras attached, we're maxed. You can't add anymore. And I did delete a camera that I haven't used in a long time because it's got a crappy image. Very grainy, and it was a super low-tech generic. But anyhow, so that's the newer brand I've been buying lately is Depps Tech, because my older Nexigos now are suddenly... Yeah, and again, it's an issue. Sometimes some of these cameras work great, and then I do Windows 11, and when I bumped up to Windows 11 last year, 4 of my cameras just said, we're done. Even when I reinstalled drivers for them, they just would not work with Windows 11 properly. And therefore not with OBS. But I'm still trying to figure out, I've been working on this one a few hours today, and I cannot get it to work in my OBS, and there's no reason it shouldn't work. I've got 2 others of it that are working, but it is what it is. All right, let's see how the UK is doing on the floor. Oh, we had an issue here. Whoops, I don't need to stop them. Yikes. All right, guys, what the heck? Stupid Hornby decouplers. Oh, my goodness. Oh, it's going to be one of those days today. Oops. Ah, dude.
Okay, let's see if I fixed everything. One of the, two of the wagons uncoupled, two of the boxcars uncoupled, and then the one coming around fell off and caused the Azuma to crash into it and derail. So, oh man. So it was a double whammy. It uncoupled, and then as it was coming around again, it bumped, and, oh. I tell you what. Those D-rings, woo, I don't get it. Whoops, I was just there. I mean, hey, Chris is here. How are you, Chris? So, yeah, so the locomotive and the first boxcar and the second boxcar uncoupled, and then it ran around and crashed into the last boxcar, which caused the original first boxcar to fall off the track, which then caused the Azuma to crash into it and derail. So we had a major rail accident back there. Fortunately, no one was hurt. Although 2 of the Beatles are dead. No, wait, that was totally wrong. That was totally wrong. And I'm a Beatles fan. I am so ashamed of myself for having made that joke. Hey, Tom, how are you? I just had an instinct like, gee, I should look at them and make sure they're running okay. And lo and behold, major accident. Okay. Doo-doo. So hopefully they'll all be good there. Hey, Raymond Anthony, how are you? All right, good night, Efo. Get some sleep. Thanks for hanging out with us for a bit. I don't know, Leslie. As a Beatle fan, I follow quite a few Facebook and Beatle YouTube things. And yeah, I get ads all the time for the videos talking about how Paul McCartney died in 1966. That's stupid, stupid, stupid conspiracy theory. You know, all the clues on the albums and all the clues in the songs. I buried Paul, which is not what John Lennon says. He says cranberry sauce, and that's the truth. And all you gotta do is go to get the Beatles anthology and hear where it doesn't have the music and it's just John Lennon singing, and it clearly says cranberry sauce several times, but you only hear it one time at the end of is it Strawberry Fields? Yeah, Strawberry Fields. All right, so Hi is also setting off for the night. Good night, Hi. Again, thank you for hopping in. Always appreciated. Yeah, nobody's here today. Everybody's on the... All right, Railjet, why do you have your coupling up? What is going on, man? There are some gremlins about today. All right, here comes that new, the newest Loco, but an old one. Hey, Joel YT, how are you? Yeah, Joel. Oh, what was it? Man, something about Mukran came up just recently. Oh, man. What was it? And good night, Leslie. And once again, thank you for hopping in. Wow, everybody's leaving and Joyce hasn't showed up yet. Of course. And I don't know, you know, it's relatively boring, I guess, to some people. But I love the German IC and ICE coloring. The white with the dark tinted windows and the red stripe. I don't know why. I love those. They're just such a striking and fetching livery. And I think that's why I like the Azuma, because it's similar. It's got the same idea. That's kind of a nice view. You can see my other train, some of my other trains up in the background. Yeah, he's just been very, very busy, and he hasn't had much time to work on his layout. Plus, they had a heat wave for a while where he couldn't go up there. But last I spoke to him, which was about 3 days ago, he was okay. Yeah, to me they are. And again, I'm an American, but 3 of my 4 grandparents were born in Germany. I'm proud of my German heritage. I was a member of our local German societies. We actually have 7 different German societies, so we just call them the German American Festival Societies. And I worked with them for years and years, and then somebody took charge in my department that I'm not fond of, and so I left. "13.5 hours to Sassnitz by regional." Yikes! Hey, Railway Channel, thanks for stopping by. And again, I'm not nationalistic. I'm not jingoistic. I'm not one of these people that USA is the greatest and everybody else sucks, or this country's better than that country. I'm just not into that kind of mentality. I'm an earthling. I am a dreaded globalist. I love my country, but there's a lot of crap I'm ashamed of in my country. Every country is beautiful, and every country has its dark side. I'm sorry, no country is better than the other. I'm not a rah-rah USA. I'm not a rah-rah Germany guy. But my love of trains, and thus me getting into model trains, came through Germany. Going to Germany, traveling by train in Germany, because I'd never traveled by train. I never played with trains as a kid. I shouldn't say never. Again, I got a train set when I was 6 years old, and I thought it was boring, and I played with it like 5 times and never touched it. It was just a circle of track and a little locomotive that did nothing. You know, it went in circles. I was more outside, ride my bike, play football, American football, and soccer, baseball, basketball. running around, getting into trouble. And then I had other toys I liked to play with as well, but I just never got into trains. And so I did, I decided to put a German train in my classroom because we talk about the German transport system in my level 3 and 4 classes. And that's when it just all went silly. I just all of a sudden, oh my God, these Märklins are cool. Look at all the things they can do. Oh, this is not like the trains I played with as a kid. But as Joyce will tell you, once we went to the United Kingdom and traveled by train extensively in the UK, we liked, although there were some issues with the industrial actions, it's not as smooth and consistently easy to use as the German train system. But that was it. We, 15 years of using the German train system and traveling everywhere by train, never renting a car. Bus, trains, trams, streetcars. Use the German state tickets, the LNER ticket. And it was just amazing. It was just so amazing. I agree, Joel. That would be help. Yeah, I've seen that, although there are newer molds coming, SJ Train World. But yeah, everybody saves a buck and uses the old molds wherever they can get away with them. Because when Joyce and I were in Germany this past June for a month, we spent the whole month of June in Germany. In fact, I just this week began editing our vacation videos. I've just now started going through and trying to make our home movies for them. There is definitely a new style, a double-decker car that you're seeing both with Regio Bahns and the IC2s. It seems thinner, maybe a little taller, and definitely on the cab ends, there's a difference. And obviously, it might take some time for these companies to make new versions. But it's clear there's definitely a new molding in the real world. But why Märklin hasn't caught up with it yet, I don't know. Because it looks like Roco did a couple of cars that are coming that are in the new shape. Hey, Raymond Legs, how are you? And I saw Rigsy is taking off. Good night, Rigsy. Now, that's the one thing. When Joyce and I come back to the UK, which right now is scheduled for 2025, we are going to take a Caledonian Sleeper from London all the way up to Inverness. We're going to pay the money and take a Caledonian Sleeper and get one of their biggest rooms, cars, compartments, whatever you call it, little apartments. We're going to rent one of those and just overnight, leave London and wake up in Aberdeen. Or not Aberdeen, but in Inverness. Yeah, I saw some of the Karadias, and they were impressive live. I just, Joyce and I were really, we didn't film as many as we planned, but Joyce and I were really checking out a lot of trains, and we saw a lot of new type cars. The only thing we didn't see were oh man, my brain's not working this week. What are they? The Talgoods, I don't know. I thought they were ugly from the 70s, and they're coming back with the ICs, and I still think they're ugly. They're Talgoods, or you see them in Italy still, and Spain, but Germany had them in the 70s, and then they disappeared, and they brought them back. Hey, Andy Dobson, how are you? The Talgo, that's it. Thank you, the Talgo.
I personally, I think they're hideous. Even with they just look like short loaves of bread or tissue boxes, a Kleenex box. They look like somebody took a train and went and squished it down. Hey, Ray Bertelson, nice to have you here. Well, yeah, it's, and of course everybody has their taste, and there are people that love them, and I have friends that are celebrating, oh, they're back, and they're really cool, and I just go, nope. All right, Kiwi Dave, good day to you. As always, thank you for stopping by. All right, let's start going to the close-ups again. Hey, Märklin Steve, welcome in. Looks like you're a first-time visitor, so let's give you... Okay. Gee, I hope that's not causing problems. Thank you. Okay. You might have gotten some zipping there. My YouTube live studio went nuts again. Hey, I'm Märklin Steve. Everybody here is a moderator, or as the old-timers on my channel will tell you. I now declare you a knight of the rhomboid table. You are a knight of the rhomboid table. You've got your sword, and you can post a link to your channel or any friend's channel. You can poke links to model train channels, comedy channels, or any other hobby-related channel you want. Just nothing political, nothing improper. Hey, Graham, great to have you. You're listening while you're driving. That's cool. Thank you for that. Amtrak Cascades used the Talgos. The Talgos are one of the few trains I've ever looked at and just thought ugly design from the first time I saw them. We have a visitor. Our guest host has arrived. Yeah, there are little gremlins going. I forgot to turn my microphone on when I started.
Oh, well, okay.
And then
People
we
couldn't
had
hear you.
the Regio uncoupled, the 146 uncoupled. Nothing serious, it just uncoupled, and I caught it before it crashed. And then the Railjet every now and then is popping its I don't know if it's just clipping one of the roofs over there, but it's popping. It's whatchamacallit.
Right.
There, that works. There we go. All right, if you are new to the channel,
Yeah,
we had a
so
few
you might
people
have a
new
few
earlier.
New people, yeah.
If you are new to the channel, that is my wife, Joyce. This is my wife,
This
Joyce.
is your wife, Joyce. So hi everybody, and then hi Tom, hi SJ,
My travel buddy.
Valley, hi Andy, hi Tino, hi Mick, hi Ray, hi Alan, hi Andy. Hope that sounds good. Hey Raymond, hi Indeed, hi Tim. Give you a hug, Tim. Hey, March West. That's an Andy, right?
That's Andy. That's the Andy. Well, I shouldn't say the Andy.
Yeah,
We got so
you
many
got too
Andys.
many Andys. Hi, Randall. Hi, Kieran. Hi, Wolfsex, Phoenix, PW.
We are. When I say the Andy, he was one of the first Andys. He's the first Andy we ever met in real life.
of the model train world. Andy McDonald.
Okay.
March West Andy.
Yeah.
So I always think of him as the Andy because he was the first one I
Oh.
subscribed to.
Gotcha.
But, you know, we had Somerset Andy, Warwick Andy every now and then is in the background here. And then there's Andy 81E, Hot Dog Pilot Andy is the new Andy. He's not even the new Andy. Andy 81E
He's another,
is...
he's
yeah,
another
we've got-
Andy. And don't take that badly.
I think there's a rule where if you have to change your name to Andy.
Perhaps. So Lynn texts me. She says they're here, just not able to chat as normal.
Okay. So do we have to...
Hi to your grandson, indeed, and your daughter.
All right, so...
Oh, Lindy, my,
Hi, Cayenne! Oprah loves
Karen. Oh, Oprah loves you.
you! Hey, Lindy and Chris. Hi,
Right.
you guys. Love you guys.
And Lindy, Julie and Holly both got their invitations today, and Holly particularly said they are really, really pretty. Hi, Lee. So she's very, they're very happy with them. I had 10 on the layout. You get a 9.5.
What's that?
I don't do anything to the layout, guys.
But, so yeah, Joyce has
I'm a
been...
sounding board in the eye candy.
You didn't start coming on my live stream right away, but it's slow.
No,
you
not
came a
right
couple
away.
times. You came down to help with a couple of the contests early on,
Yeah, I think so.
the Matt Clark stuff, and then you just kept coming.
Yeah, probably.
You just came down and came down.
Thank you, Dino. It's nice that somebody else says me yes.
But, yeah. So, Kyan is my grandson. If you're new to the channel, Kyan is my grandson.
That's why he gets such a warm greeting.
This picture's already old, and I don't think he's had a haircut since this picture. Let's go to this page. But that is my grandson, Kyan, when you could see his eyes.
Aw, Lenny.
Lenny is shaking her fist at the TV right
Why
now.
do you have fire in the middle?
That's, that was, every week I have a video in there when I'm loading up.
Okay. Yeah, that's our grandson. He's a little over 2.5 now. And he'll be 3 in December. And
But Joyce is also a rocker,
yeah, I am. I'm sorry.
both musically and just
Yeah.
naturally.
It's better if there's music. I don't look quite so silly.
It's the music in your head.
Always.
So Joyce is my travel buddy, my model train buddy, snuggle buddy.
Yep.
All right, quick, Joyce.
36 years, right?
Right. How
36
many years together?
Oh, probably around 40.
Probably. It's about to be 40, yes.
Yeah.
See, she breaks all the stereotypes. I'm the one who remembers the dates and the number of years. She
True.
forgets.
Yep. Yep, that's the truth. Ooh,
But mind you, when a channel is 5 times the size of mine, they probably don't need my...
support?
You're preaching to the choir when you're advertising a channel that's got 10, 15,000 subscribers.
Yeah, probably all these guys are already there.
Everybody here's
yeah.
already subscribed to them.
That's great, guys. Share your channels. That's what we're about.
Hey, Joseph is here. There he is. He wasn't here earlier, but now
Okay.
he's here. The
least
sergeant at
not-
arms for the Knights of the Rhomboid
Not
Table.
that you knew, so, yeah.
So yeah,
Well, it was pretty dull as predicted.
ask me if I'm shocked.
No, of course not.
Ask me if I'm shocked.
Are you shocked?
Absolutely not.
I know. And do I feel ready? No.
Now, do you have students start on Monday?
Yes. Whole day. Do I feel ready for them? No. I should
You
probably
never feel ready.
probably get them a snack.
Black currant rum liquor coming your way. I never could get into rum.
I was alright with rum.
You were all right with rum?
Yeah. I'd give it a try there, Andy.
You'd give it a try.
I would. But you're getting it, not
So,
me.
you know, my original theme was I was going to run all the Locos I hadn't run in a while, but then I got that.
I should bake a cake. I was thinking of getting them a snack, but I don't think I'm baking a cake.
Oh, no.
We eat very early. We eat at 11:15.
Honey, my lunch was at 10:30.
Yeah. I wish you would have done it. 3?
But see, that's the difference. You never feel ready to start the year. I always felt ready to start the year. I always felt ready.
I just keep walking around. Oh, I need to do this. Oh, I better do this. Oh, I have to do this. Yeah.
I need to have 20
Blackcurrant
copies of
flavored
this. I need to have this done. I need to have that. Black currant flavored meths. They make meth and flavors.
That's what I was thinking.
Woo! Yeah.
But it tastes good. We'll see. We'll see.
In fact, what is the only
Midsummer whiskey.
the only liquor I drink is brandy.
Brandy. Makes you lightweight.
I don't drink. Yeah, I'm a lightweight. Although that brandy is not lightweight.
No, it's not.
That's strong stuff.
It's gefährliche lecker. Makes sense, Andy.
Yep.
Gotcha.
When we were kids, we went back. We would start school around September. The day after Labor Day.
Right. Which is the first
Which
Monday.
was first Monday of September. So anywhere between September 2nd and September 9th is when we would start school. Or September 8th. September 2nd to September 8th is when we would start school. And then we started.
Just creeping it.
They kept moving it a little bit earlier until they finally went to mid-August. And part of that was to avoid the heat of June, but they're adding the heat of August.
Yeah, June is nowhere near as warm as
And,
August
June's
and
not as hot as
September
August.
even is.
Yeah. I don't know. I did my 36 years and I got out.
Yep.
Yeah, Belton's is not a bad one. I have too many beers I like to have a favorite. The minute I would try to list favorites. For example, when I was in Germany, I found another one to add to my list of favorites. That Rothaus. The Rothaus Pilsner.
That was good.
That was good. That's a Black Forest beer. And we went to the brewery.
MacArthur Park. Oh. Okay, I see.
Donna Summers singing MacArthur Park. Someone left a cake out in the rain. Did Donna Summers sing in MacArthur Park? I don't remember her doing a version.
I don't remember her doing it either.
The most famous version, the original version was,
Ooh,
oh crap, the English actor.
it's pretty serious there. You're seeing two Joyces.
Richard Harris. He, the first Dumbledore, Richard Harris.
You are seeing two Joyces and two Anthonys. There are at least two Joyces I see in here.
You should see 3 Joyces and 2 Anthonys.
Right.
Actually, no, because I show up in that corner one too.
That's all those stinking cameras he's got.
See, like there, you can see the back of us now. You'd have to turn around and face that way, Joyce, to be on the
Well,
camera.
that's good.
Over there.
Oh,
See, now you're on it. Yep.
you just see the back of my hair.
See, anytime I go to the up the ramp, nobody's there. Oh, I need to go backwards. There we go. Just like in Delmenhorst, the freighter just runs right through.
Sean.
We're gonna have everybody up the.
Sean.
Oh, he was here earlier.
Was he? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he made me
Just
back.
catching up with him. All right, well,
Yeah, I had turned my mic off because I was messing with some stuff while you guys were watching the previews, and I forgot to turn it on. Fortunately, 3 people texted me and said, "Turn your sound on, you knucklehead." I'll leave it here because the Railjet's going to come around.
Here he comes. Yeah, you got a couple here.
No, I'm on. Well, you're...
Yeah, you're right. You're not on that
Yeah.
one.
There comes the Railjet coming around. They'll be coming around the mountain when he comes. They'll be
the
coming around the
Railpool
mountain
will
when
be
he
here too, I
comes.
think.
They'll be coming around the mountain. They'll be coming around the mountain. They'll be coming around the mountain when he comes.
Yeah, all kinds of trains there. Oh, for heaven's sakes, I get two.
Well, I got so many cameras. One of them has to be a nice view. I'd show you my favorite view, but Joyce would slap me.
Behave it to me.
The problem is, anytime I try to sing MacArthur Park, I turn it into Weird Al's Jurassic Park.
Right.
No, now if I had your layout, Sean, they would all be nice views. But it's nice to see my train. What? Who's?
Enjoy your dinner.
All right, Tom's going for dinner. Speaking of dinner, what are you making for dinner?
What am I making for dinner? I don't know. Is it an ice cream night?
I don't know.
Maybe not. Okay, you didn't jump on that. Oh,
Make
sounds
ideas
like
that
some
sound good to you, and then I'll tell you which one sounds good to me. Let's see how they're doing on the floor. Okay, on the floor, we're still running, and we are still intact. Because we had a major pile up there. The UK trains had a major pile up.
Oh dear.
Oh, yeah.
Raymond's going to Cracker Barrel. SJ train is leaving.
The layout map view.
No clam views.
Yeah, I was trying to set up the GoPro, but GoPro is set up how you set up the camera, and I can't figure it out now.
That's his layout, in case you didn't notice.
All right, good night, Simon.
Anthony, what U.S. trains do you have?
Absolutely none. I have no American trains. I'm hoping someday. I actually was looking for it in Germany. Was one of the Märklin Amtraks. But all the shops I visited in Germany, nobody had it. Now, one person had a Union Pacific Märklin F9 or EF44, whatever. It was either an F9 or a 44. I don't know my American nomenclature. But I didn't want that one, because if I'm going to get an American train, I've got in my mind which one I want. And it's got to be a Märklin.
Does it have to be American? It has to be 3-rail.
44, yeah, okay, a 44 AC, because Märklin makes a lot of American locomotives and some rolling stock. In fact, just this year they released 2 different versions, I think, of the 44 Union Pacific, but it's the yellow one with the American flag, the newer version, and that's probably, it looks cool, but I just really want an Amtrak.
Need a DMU, Anthony. You also do
I have DMUs. In fact, DMU, or as I like to call them, damn U's. I do have DMUs. Where's the one? I think I need to go to. Does Bridgeview? Yeah. If you look right there, the blue guy straight there, the one not moving, there's a blue one moving behind him. That's a DMU. That is a German DMU. And then, what's the best camera for the other two? Let me see, Bremen corner view. And there in red, there's another DMU. Class 650 DMU. And then maybe you might be able to see it with this one. Yeah, you can kind of see the roof of it, but in the middle and the back, you can see a red DMU as well. So I have 3 DMUs. Am I running all diesel? I mean, all electric today? I think I am. 3 146s. The Railjet. The 186 is electric. So yeah, I'm running all electric today. That was not an intention, but it did happen. I mean, most of my Locos are electric anyhow, but I need a British one. There's a couple I like. I like the RAF one. Is that a class 156? See, I know it's somewhere in there, like a 155, 156, somewhere in there. I like the RAF one. And then there was a RAF Battle of Britain celebration one. And I could be talked into those. But you'll have to wait until I'm next in the UK before I can buy one again. Because I'm more likely to find German stuff at an American train show than British stuff. And I'm not very likely to find German stuff. But I usually at every show there's at least one dealer who's got German trains, but it's usually older stuff that I tend to run since I'm modern era. Hey, Artie's here. See, the problem is, Sean, since I've already broken the taboo and have 4 UK trains now, all right, 3 are Beetle related.
Hi, Artie.
2 are Beetle related. I've got the Eurostar, the Beetle Eurostar, and the Class 73 singles from Liverpool, plus I got all the Beetle album cars, which are going on the floor right now. Since I'm talking UK trains, let's go to the floor cam again and let those guys run. And then, of course, I got the Mallard, which is my favorite steam locomotive. It's iconic, it's classic, and I love the streamlined locomotives. But I would love a Class 390 Trans-Pennine Express, 397. What is it? Are they? They're 397s? Or the Mach 5 cars with a Daypole Class 68 in Trans-Pennine. That's another train I would love. A UK train I would love. I also wouldn't mind a Class 800 Great Western in that dark green.
How you feeling, Artie?
Yeah, Artie here is 2 days, well, what, about 36 hours removed from shoulder surgery. He had it on Wednesday and it's Friday, so, all right, 48 hours removed.
You know how that works.
Huh, I can make a joke about how that train was headed to Chicago, dear.
Oh, yeah, indeed.
It was headed right for Chicago, and then it turned. It turned at Chicago. It turned at the hills of Chicago. Somebody's gonna go, I didn't know Chicago has hills. Well, it does here.
Yeah.
And I'm getting glared at, so I should change camera.
Mm-hmm.
Man, how old is that T-shirt too?
The last time we went to Chicago.
I mean, I'm still wearing my Holland T-shirt, which I bought in 2004. I got some T-shirts that are 20 years old, but they're in good shape. Yeah, he's in post-surgery, so it's painful.
Yeah.
Unless they give him
bearable. That's good.
Because I had shoulder surgery in 2014 and then again in 2017.
Yep.
They went in and before they even went in, the muscles in both shoulders had impinged. They had all swollen up and impinged because of. And what they had to do was first they had to knock me out and literally break my muscles, which caused all the muscles to just burst with blood to get rid of the swelling.
They broke the scar tissue.
So they stuck a vacuum in my shoulder and sucked out all the blood. Then they scoped it to look at what they had, and they go, oh, there's bone spurs in there. Then they stuck a microscopic saw and just literally sanded down my shoulder bones
to get rid of all the bone spurs, because the bone spurs were scratching the muscles, causing the muscles to swell, which were causing the muscles to pinch each other, which made it so I couldn't move. So I've got 4 holes on each of my shoulders where they stuck in the different tools, because it was all done arthroscopically. It's not my battleship.
You start designing your own model trains based on German and Austrian narrow gauge locomotives and rolling stock. Running unscaled.
So are you 3D printing these? That sounds cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go upstairs and take a nap.
So what?
I have to go upstairs and take a nap.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, don't leave me. I could have used an
This
accident,
couple
so-
weeks are rough.
Oh, flooring is done.
Yeah, I saw that. Cool. It's great. Oh, I like alright.
The only thing is I didn't glue it, so I may have to take out, and I didn't have any short black screws. All I had was silver. Actually, I had white, but white
He
definitely
doesn't
would've-
have a 3D printer, so he's having them made by Shapeways.
Okay, well, it still works.
Yeah. Oh, Elizabeth, go home.
Yes, I've been hearing the stomping.
She's gonna be sociable though.
Yeah, they told me results from all my scans yesterday, all my tests yesterday. 2 days minimum before I'd have results back.
And you don't yet.
No.
It's okay. You couldn't interpret it anyway. You've got a follow-up appointment, don't you? In September?
Yeah, that's with, I forget which doctor that's with. Is that with Sidwani?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's not.
I don't know. I can't keep your schedule straight. I can't keep my own schedule
Hey,
straight.
I've been keeping my own schedule straight, thank you.
That's good. That's important.
I just don't have this. I will have to go on to that. Well, the online thing translates straight to my calendar, Google Calendar.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, it's
It goes to your calendar? You don't put it in?
yeah. You can. You can link them.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
They are ready for you. Like he's a lion. The surgeon
find out
set
if
it up,
there's-
the sod.
You know, it always starts with something simple, though. Oh, look, there's a little calcification here. Oh, look, there's a lot of calcification here. We better check this out. Oh, that's driving me crazy. I'm going to have to
Oh,
look it up now.
what's that?
Because the park is melting in the dark. Crazy line. Someone left a cake out in the rain.
That's not treating a cake very well. Hey, Ray's here. Hey, Ray.
I
Messing
don't
through.
think I can take it, 'cause it took so long to bake it, and I'll never have that recipe again.
MacArthur Park, and then the course is about up.
Okay.
Hey, Rainbow Bell, hi! Just popped through. Work has finally settled down. Well, that's good.
That's good.
'Cause, yeah, I noticed you didn't pop up a new video today. Maybe you popped it up. Luma is here. Hi, Luma.
Hey, ave, Luma.
Bonja.
Ooh. Well, y'all, if you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button.
See how they messed up with your mind.
Let's try to get answers.
Artie, they couldn't mess with your mind. If anything, they straightened your mind out.
Oh, Ray had problems with this. Had issues with this video. That stinks.
There are just gremlins everywhere today.
Yeah, I guess so.
Although, since I fixed everything, it's all... Knock on wood. Is the Railjet
It's
running
been
with
smooth
it?
since I've been here.
Yep, the Railjet's kept its pantograph down.
Is that your Regio 2 with the
No
Yeah.
bagpipes here.
pantograph up?
The Regio's got the pantograph up because when the workers
Yeah.
hit it, they broke the little piece in the middle.
It
which,
almost looks like his underwear's showing, you know? It's like it's up and it shouldn't be. That's how it hits me. Bad
you
camera
do
angle.
need a nap.
I do need a nap.
That was the freakiest illusion maybe I've ever heard in a train stream.
Made sense to me, though. That's not that crazy.
Looks like the locomotive is...
Got his underwear sticking out because it's not supposed to be up.
No,
Sure,
I don't see the
Andy,
correlation.
Let's change the topic here and tell us a joke about bagpipes.
But the thing is, I think I can fix it. I just got to get the right type of tube or
I
casing.
was just wondering if you could get a paperclip.
No. The thing is, there's these two little metal prongs. And in the original model, the two metal prongs are connected with a hard plastic tube. Because the two metal prongs are there so you can take it off and adjust it or do things with it. So
Okay.
it's tension held. So there's two little prongs like this and a little tube. And then the tube is what clips in. The tube is missing.
Yep. 22 hours straight. You didn't want to sleep, I assume. The anesthetic.
And yeah, I'm waiting for Andy's joke about
They sure knocked
bagpipes.
you out. Yeah, where's the bagpipe joke?
Now see, the thing is, Joyce will tell you, in my medical records, anesthetics do not work well on me. They have put it in my medical records that when they have to up the amount of anesthetic they give me to knock me out. I have been awake through too many operations.
Minor ones, of course.
Minor
All right,
ones.
if you chuck bagpipes and a melon at the same time, which would land first?
Well, technically the melon would because the bagpipe's full of hot air, but I don't know. Because technically, scientifically, they should land at the same time.
Indeed. So we don't know, Andy.
So if you chuck bagpipes and a melon, the pipes fly.
That was Tom.
Who cares?
Who cares? All right. I like both of those answers.
Well, the pipes are an acquired taste, I'm sure.
Pipes would make quite a racket. If they
I like the
landed.
pipes. I like bagpipes. Joyce, not so much. She has seen times where the pipes have been cool,
Yeah.
but
Our friends took us to the Scottish Games once.
once.
Yep. And I found out I didn't like bagpipes as much as I thought I did. I also learned that they
Bye, Kieran. Thanks for hanging out with us.
I also learned that they actually tune them. I thought that was fascinating. Bye, Karen. And
Yeah, well, there's the Highland Games, and then we have the Scots Festival.
yeah. So anyway, the best bands were the
There's that rock and roll band.
yeah, they were
And
like
they had dueling bagpipes.
rebelling teenagers.
They were a punk rock band with bagpipes.
They were pretty good. We enjoyed that. I think we expressed our appreciation for the kids more than anything else. And yeah, they never took us again. They try to
Black Watch.
slap you. If he didn't sleep for 22 hours, he was probably pretty easy to get to sleep.
Well, he didn't sleep for 22 hours while he was working. He worked straight for 22 hours.
Right.
Then he got doped up and slept very well for many, many hours while he was in surgery and coming out.
Yeah.
No, you just don't know that they slapped you to
There's
wake you up.
that, yeah.
Except that's the other thing. I
Right
come
after
out
even
of
this.
I come out of anesthetics like that. You know, a lot of people like Joyce.
He does.
Like when Joyce had her knee replacement surgery, she woke up out of the anesthesia like 8 times and didn't remember that she had already woken up and that we had talked for a bit. She did not remember them. Me, I wake up and I there's a nurse next to me and I'll go like, hello, how'd it go? Blah, blah, blah. So and I ask, have I already woken up? She says, no, but you probably won't remember this. And I stay awake and I keep chatting and the nurse will walk out going, you just woke up.
He's a freak.
I have a weird body chemistry. I don't know what it is. Mod, Mitch, and Aiden. Hello, Train Man 1. You were here much
Hi,
earlier.
everyone. Yeah,
Well, the Irish
indeed.
do the pipes too. Although I think they've got a different name for them. I don't think they
And
call them
asked
just
if your white
bagpipes.
Loco was a BR-185.
No, the white Loco is a 146.5. Oh, see, its pantograph is up again. What is going on? Is it hitting a bump that's making it go up?
Wow, you got 2 of them sticking up.
Now they're waving hi to each other.
I guess so. Need
Is that
electricity.
pantograph up or is your train just happy to see me?
There you go.
Yeah, Ray wants to know bagpipes or Ulian pipes.
I have no idea. Ulian or Irish? Well, our friends were, there's McConnell, and was very proud of
You.
his Scottish ancestry.
What is up? Why do you keep popping your...
And so they did a lot of things. A lot of things Scottish, so I am pretty sure they were bagpipes.
Oh, the Irish and the Scottish argue over who invented the pipes first. And many people would say, why would anybody want the credit?
Again, don't know. Didn't get that. I didn't ask. You know what I mean? It was a lot of them. A lot of different bands. They all sound alike to me.
Oh, that's just wrong.
I know.
But
Sure,
I do like the bagpipes. Now,
I
there are
probably
things,
offended somebody, and I'm
there are
sorry.
things with
It
the
just is what it
bagpipes
is.
I don't like.
Your pantograph goes up when I see cute women, right?
And there are times where bagpipes sound bad, and you're like, why on earth did you do that with bagpipes? But overall, I do like the bagpipes. Obviously, Amazing Grace gets way overdone.
Ah, gotcha. No, this is mostly Märklin.
Let's see. What am I? The Railjet is Roco. All the way through.
All right.
The Railjet is Roco. And the EMU there is Piko.
Okay.
So, and then the rolling, the freight, there's a couple of old Rocos, but most of the freight on this train is Märklin. Except there's one Hornby, or was that Bachmann?
I don't know.
The one Danny gave us, was that Hornby or Bachmann?
Yeah, that's fine, Andy. 12 weeks. Wow. Are you that long?
I like Roco. Roco is probably my second favorite company after Märklin. Outside of one Class 218 I bought this year, every Roco train I bought has been a great runner. Locomotive. Every Roco locomotive I have bought has run great.
Bye, Ray. Thanks for coming in.
All right, Ray. Thanks for popping in. Take care. The bent tanker that's a day pull. Yeah. Now that you say it, it was a day pull. Yep. Yeah, Danny got it for me. It was a day pull.
From Austria? Wow.
Say what? Nothing good comes from Austria?
That's what Luba says. Randall. Hi, Ray. He's leaving, Randall.
A lot of good things came out of Austria. Just one really, really bad person came out of Austria. And even then, Austria kind of, we don't want you, and Germany took them. And we all know how that went. If that damn Viennese art school had accepted it. Ah, well. What ifs or what ifs. Smoked cheese is good. Yes, I do like smoked cheeses. Unfortunately, since I had a smoked beer, it's taken me a while to get my taste for smoked cheese back. Oh my God, that Bamberger smoked beer was the first time I've ever had a beer where I was just absolutely repulsed. No, that's a lie. There's a couple of American beers where I was absolutely repulsed by having them too.
Kuchenplatz, that's what's good out of Austria.
I really love smoked Gouda, smoked cheddar. There are certain smoked Swisses that are really variations of smoked Swiss. But then I like almost all cheeses. I like Limburger. I haven't had Limburger in a long time because basically my family threatens to kick me out of the house. Yep, the paper hanger.
That's true.
Arnold. Yeah, although I will admit, I'm not a huge fan of Arnold. But I am glad in the last 10, 15 years he's finally come out, after denying it most of his life, he's finally come out and admitted his dad was in the Nazi Party of Austria. I am glad he admits his dad. Everybody was telling him his dad was like, no, my father was just a policeman. And finally some people, and now he talks about it and says, yeah, my dad was, I'm ashamed of it, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, he's not his dad. 7 different route beers.
Okay.
Worst one was a Smoky Joe. It's a Scottish whiskey.
I'm trying to think which brand.
It's like drinking soot.
The brand we had in Bamberg was not called Bamberg. It was Bamberger Rauch beer, but it had a brewery name.
Huh.
But yeah, I did not. And again, I don't tell other people if, you can't like it because I don't like it. I did not like it. It was one of the nastiest things I've ever had. I will never do a smoked beer again. It just was, I don't know. If somebody said, oh, this one's better than that one, I might take a sip, but yeah. Schalkerla. Nope, that was not it.
I'm going to have to go back and look it up. Austria has some great female singers too.
Like?
I don't worry about their singing. I just like any of the Southern German and Bavarian women in those dirndls. Dirndls are nice. Oh, camembert. Deep fried camembert. I've had that in Germany a few times. That's yummy.
Oh,
And they do it with a cranberry jelly. That is
Austria?
so good.
Yeah, he sure does. Like
Julie
that.
Andrews is an Austrian singer. I didn't know that. The hills are alive with the sound of gunfire.
You get a case. Wow.
Schlenkerla. Yeah, that's not the one we had.
Okay? That's the one you had, but I didn't even try.
Well, I didn't have that one.
Tried
Schlenkerla.
yours,
That's not the
but-
one I had, but yeah, you tried it. Yeah, I was polite to my host and drank the whole thing.
You did. But, yeah, it was, a sip was all I got.
Oh, that was.
Very awful.
It was bad.
Were you bombs up?
Because I like. Hey, Mike from Carvel Studios is here.
Hi, Michael.
And I like dark beers, light beers. I have lagers. Technically, Pilsner and lagers are in the same family, but you know, I don't care the brewing process. Although I tend to like Pilsners the best. You know, when I look at a lot of my favorite beers, they tend to be Pilsners, but not all of them. I had from a small Munich brewery, I had a Hefeweizen, which to this day is still probably the best beer I ever had, and I can't tell you what brand it was. It was this restaurant, it was their own brew from the little brewery the family owned up at, and it was a Hefeweizen, and wow, was it good. I had 2 of those.
Koalas make beer? That's interesting.
That's interesting. So when they're not dropping and attacking people, drop bears.
Right.
The Duchesse de Bourgogne. I mean, the thing is, when I was in the UK, I wanted to try some of the beers that like people like Allen at Buckland Junction has. Some of those small family brewery ales and such he has. I wanted to try some of those. I tried a few English beers. None hit me as great.
Belgian sour beer.
The Belgian sour beer, okay.
Huh.
See, that's the problem. You worked in the industry. You know all these beers. And I would not call myself a beer aficionado. As a kid, my favorite as a teenager and into my, well, until I stopped drinking beer for 20 years. In my younger days, when I had hair, I used to drink Stroh's. Stroh's was my favorite American beer. I didn't like Miller Lite. Miller was okay. Michelob was okay. But Stroh's by far and away was my favorite beer. And that used to get laughed at. People are like, oh my God, Stroh's is so rad. But I liked Stroh's. Pabst, I hated Pabst. Steam beer? That's weird sounding.
That's something you should do with beer.
Well, I just have one rule, which is beer should be cold. I like cold beer, cool beer. Warm beer, not a thing. And pop, cola should be cold. That's the one thing with the Germans. They tend to serve their
See, Joyce and I will often buy, if we're getting fast food in Germany, we'll go to an Imbiss and get a bratwurst or whatever. But then we'll go to one of the Turkish places to get our pop because the Turks keep it cold. The Germans tend to have it just slightly chill, just slightly cool to room temperature. No, pop should be cold.
Gross.
Oh.
Beer should never be served warm. What the hell?
Oh, there's plenty of people that do it warm and like it warm, but even certain German beers are room temperature.
Yeah.
I tried regular Guinness, and I'm going to offend everybody in Ireland and the UK. I did not like Guinness. I've tried Guinness a couple of times, and I do not like Guinness.
Didn't like it cold either.
And that was cool. I've tried Guinness a couple of times and just have not liked it. Randall, you segued that beautifully back into talking about trains. I've got an MTH Budweiser action car, really cool piece. So beer and cool, back into trains.
Right.
That's a clever man there.
It's normally called Stella, Andy. Oh.
No, I like my beer like I like my women, with lots of hops. See, that's a double joke with Joyce, because hops also means you've got basketball skills. And Joyce was an all-city basketball player in her youth.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Ewan's here. Howdy, Ewan.
Hey, Ewan.
Ewan heard us talking about bagpipes. Came in to give his
opinion of them, huh?
2 shillings worth. So have you decided what dinner is?
No.
Steak sandwich? Steak escape?
That'd be alright.
Yes, Pilsner Urquell, but there's a better one, at least to me. Urquell is a great beer. It's really good. But, what is it? Staro. And it's a longer name, but it just gets called Staro. Staro Pilsner, to me, is even better than Pilsner Urquell. But I like them both, but Staro is even better to me. Meat pie, Joyce?
Didn't we do meat pies and
We had steak pies. I had it at least 3 times. I had it twice at the same restaurant, and then I had another one. But we had steak pie. I like my steak pies over in the UK. My problem is, I had a couple of UK friends when I was younger, where shepherd's pie had a very, very interesting slang meaning.
scary? Hi to all the Andys. I think that's a great way to.
Yeah, you say hi,
Right the
Andy,
room.
you cover half the room.
Right. Well, I can't dunk over Anthony.
No, yeah, Joyce.
A, I can't dunk, and B, Anthony is quite a bit taller than I am.
About 8 inches.
Steak pies, they use their own wine sauce as gravy. That could be interesting.
Joyce and I would play basketball, and we always played 2 games. We would play horse, and we would play one-on-one. If we played horse, Joyce won almost all the time. Because if Joyce started hitting her shots, she's a much better shooter than I am. She's a technically skilled shooter. The only way I could beat Joyce in horse is if I got the lead, I could start doing some crazy around the back layups that she couldn't do. I had longer arms and I could do things, doing behind the back, spin around underneath layups that she couldn't do.
That's the real difference.
But usually,
Ooh.
most of the time, much more than most of the time, Joyce would win playing horse because she could. I was never very consistent shooting, which is why I didn't have a basketball career. But if we played one-on-one, Joyce couldn't stop me. I don't think Joyce ever beat me playing one-on-one.
Nope. Long arms and taller and
Taller,
forget
long
it.
arms, and I outweighed her, so I could just dribble backwards, hip check, dribble. And Joyce was famous. Joyce was a physical player. That's why it was so funny that she was an all-city player. She was second team all-city, but the girl who was first team all-city started in front of her. Joyce came off the bench and still made all-city. Joyce was a backup player on her own team and still made all-city. That's impressive. She doesn't even understand how impressive that is. But it was impressive because, well, she made a name for herself when she guarded the best player in the city, Niecy Campbell. And Niecy went on to be all-state basketball player. Had huge scholarships and that went on. But Joyce shut her down. In her all-star season, the only person in the city of Toledo to shut her down was Joyce. And Joyce shut her down.
I did.
And then slammed her under a table.
I did knock her under a table.
You hip checked her.
She got very frustrated.
Yeah, Joyce, she was so frustrated because Joyce was just playing D on her like bees on honey. Joyce she could not shake Joyce. She could not get a shot off. She could not get a pass off. Joyce was driving her crazy, and she did a couple of charges on Joyce where she just got frustrated and put her head down and dribbled hard into Joyce. And so Joyce came over, and in a retaliation move, Joyce just gave her a little extra hip check and knocked Niecy under the scoring table. And the whole stadium got up. And we're like, oh, there's going to be a fight! Oh, it was physical basketball, but yeah, sometimes the refs let you play. Sometimes the referees let you play, but yeah, that was... And Niecy was a bit taller than you, too. She was a good 3 or 4 inches on you. Mm-hmm. She was close to 6 foot.
Yep.
And yeah, that was one of those things, reading about it. Joyce was in the newspaper.
In the 80s.
Yeah, that was way back in the 80s. Joyce was in the newspaper with that, but that one game probably got her named second team all-city in the basketball just because everybody remembered her for shutting down Niecy Campbell. Oh, corned beef, you could talk to her about it. I don't do corned beef.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, that didn't sound bad.
There's that Railjet coming around, and right behind him is the IC2, not ICE, but
Angel delight and
IC.
crispy pancakes.
And caught all 3 of them there. That was good timing on my point.
Transport me. I had fun.
You had a good career. In fact, if Joyce had been my coach in junior high, I probably would have, well, I made the team on junior high for rebounding. Actually, I made the team in junior high because I did the homework for the players and they wouldn't have been eligible to play if I wasn't doing their homework for them. So I said, you guys get me on the team and I'll do your homework for you. Oh, I grew up eating Spam. My dad loved fried Spam. In fact, grilled or fried Spam with Velveeta cheese on toast. And that would be dinner sometimes.
A grilled Velveeta. Now, mind you, a grilled cheese with Velveeta is actually pretty good. A Velveeta grilled cheese sandwich. But otherwise, Velveeta is like, you use it in, what all do you use Velveeta for? Like in some of it, you mix it in some of your macaroni and cheese. But you don't just use Velveeta, you just add it in because it's a...
That's mostly Velveeta.
It is mostly Velveeta? I thought you did like a cheddar and something else mixed with the Velveeta.
No, I had one that I put meatballs in. I used cheddar and mozzarella.
Chopped ham and pork. The only pork I eat are German sausages. Otherwise, I don't like pork. I don't like ham. Don't like bacon.
We have a coupon code for...
If I'm starving and there's nothing else in the world, I'll eat bacon.
we have a coupon code for DoorDash.
Ham is a... ham, I really got to be starving to eat ham. I cannot stand ham. Pot noodles. I can't think of pot noodles without thinking the Young Ones episode where what's his name? Where he's playing the vampire.
The Russian?
Yeah. He's playing the Transvaalian vampire. And right about this time is when I like to stop and have a pot noodle. Yeah, my daughter tends to use other cheeses, mozzarella and stuff like that, but when Joyce makes her, and it's actually very good.
Wow, I don't know what that is.
But me, I just like the cow. I'm not a big... Well, it is, but technically, most American cheeses are counterfeit cheese. Even what we call American cheese is listed as processed cheese food,
yeah,
and not officially cheese.
Indeed.
Well, I don't mind Velveeta in the right situations, and like I said, it makes a heck of a grilled cheese sandwich. It really is. But actually, Velveeta is cheddar, mozzarella, and something else all mixed together, blended, melted, reprocessed, re-creamed. Yeah, we're going to turn into the Yorkshireman, the 4 Yorkshireman Monty Python skit. We're all just trying to top how hard it was. Now, my dad only had a couple of times where he was unemployed, but we usually had food on the table.
Yep, too much. Too much, Raymond.
Well,
So what the heck is a toast topper? Chopped ham and pork. Oops, I'm spinning.
Ooh. Anybody else spinning? Am I getting drop frames here? Oh, you're back.
Yeah, it didn't last very long. I think it's fun on that one.
See, I don't... And it's like some people talk ethnic foods and, like I like Chinese food, all that. I don't like any Asian foods. I don't like Japanese, Chinese, Thai, like that.
You did all right. We went into that one restaurant.
I ate their cheese thing, which was cheese and bread.
You had rice. I thought you put something on
I'll
rice.
eat rice, and yeah, they had a sauce, but...
It's very high-class cuisine. Huh. Tin of mush you put on toast and grill it. Okay. Mush? Never...
Mash, I think he means, but...
Is it a mush or a mash? I mean, neither one of them actually sound that appealing, if you know
Yeah,
what
but
I mean.
the UK, they do baked beans on toast.
Yeah, they do.
And I like baked beans, so I don't, and I like toast, so I don't know why that would seem weird. But yeah, hey, dinner last night was baked beans and toast. Beef curry. But Italian is probably the closest to an ethnic because I like a lot of Italian foods. But again, they have to be made a special way. But I'm about as boring an eater as you can get. I like very boring foods. I do not like very spicy foods. And I make really good hamburgers, but I don't put a lot of seasoning on them. It's a little pepper, and that's it. You want salt, you add it later. Because I don't put salt in anything I cook. Which is probably why my heart's in good shape.
Could be. I have friends who eat avocado toast. It feels very Californian. Does not appeal, to be very honest. Do you do DoorDash when you do Steak and Shake?
It's Grubhub.
Rats. I have a DoorDash coupon.
We do Grubhub for everybody. In fact, you can go straight to Grubhub and make your order and repeat your order, or I could do it on my computer if you wanted me to, if you wanted to do like Steak Escape or a Steak and Shake. Or we can do
Beans and
Marco
Tros,
subs.
very good for trumpeting. The difference is Liz will eat steak and any of them. I don't think we needed an audio for that.
The elephant. You let the elephant in the room. Yeah, mushrooms.
Don't like mushroom either. Cannot get past the sliminess of them.
Yeah. Ugh, I don't like the taste of mushrooms. If anything had mushrooms in it, I'm like, oh, I'm done.
Yeah.
I like beef and cheese. Beef, cheese, and bread. That's about it. Peanut butter. And jellies. And butter. But that really is it. You could probably list all the foods I like, or the basic foods I like on two hands. Beef. Pretty much any form of beef, except corned beef. Cheeses. Breads. German bratwurst.
All right, Lee.
All right, good night, Lee.
So what makes a crispy pancake a crispy pancake?
They burn it.
Is it, well, yeah, but it sounds like it's filled. Crisped on the sides?
The only pancakes I eat are true North American pancakes. Flapjacks.
Cheese dreams.
Magic mushrooms? Well, that's a different story.
Indeed.
Yeah, I see it too. Oh, wow, man. Like, multiple universes all within my fingernails. Well, hello, Terry from Little History.
Yeah, Mel Brooks. Yeah. Hey, little history.
Yeah. True fact, it was the first time that the fart sound was ever done in a TV show or movie where an actual fart sound was used. Rain is pelting down in Jerkwater, Hertfordshire. Yeah, but did anybody leave a cake out in it?
Oh, it's breadcrumbs on the outside.
Oh, wow. Pancake with breadcrumbs. Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, pancakes and maple syrup. Always a winner here. In fact, the last time I made pancakes, those were
Dipped in egg
amazing.
and fried in a pan. Huh.
Okay, sort of like a French toast cheese sandwich.
We had a ton of rain yesterday,
Poached eggs and eggs in a basket.
and there is no sign of rain in the next 7 days, I think. to be very hot and a little cooler.
The cat isn't speaking to
very
you.
hot.
You stood on its tail, so it's a very angry Maine Coon cat.
Ooh.
Although they're big cats, you don't want them mad at you.
It is a neat big cat.
Hey, we already broke 40.
Yeah, nice. Toast dipped in egg. And it's called a pancake?
It's turned into Hell's Kitchen. Welcome to Kitchen and Trains with Anthony and Joyce. Today's guest chef,
It's turned into Hell's Kitchen. Well, I don't think we really understand most of it, so...
oh, hi, Eric. Well, UK people eat weird things anyhow.
Hi, Eric. Named after the magic roundabout, Dylan and Dougal. Cool.
Dylan and Doodle. Yeah, this came in the mail today.
Yeah.
Look at how spotless
Yeah,
that
I
is.
was just going to say, it's really pretty.
I don't know that this has ever really been out of the box.
Something about it.
And you know it's before 1990 because made in Western Germany.
Yeah.
But it even had the old original little bits of styrofoam in it.
Yeah, that's a pretty one.
So, wow. I mean, but you look at those wheels. Those wheels have never been run.
Yeah, they're very clean indeed.
But I just need a second-class car, the green
Isn't it
one,
about
and then the
time
train
to,
is done.
clean your wheels again, I think? Some of them.
I will say that the UK made the best chocolate cake I've ever had in my life,
Yeah.
which we talk about frequently. Matilda. Oh my God.
That was
I think that's the
very
number
good.
one reason we're going back to the UK in 2025 is just
Ooh.
just to find.
And the warm chocolate chip cookie with ice cream on it.
The warm
That
chocolate
was
chip
good,
cookie.
too.
But that was really good, and that ice cream place was very good. We hit 3 of them in the UK. But no, Matilda's chocolate cake from Mrs. Potter's is that
Potts.
Mrs. Potts? Mrs. Potts chocolatier.
Yeah.
Chocolatier.
Yeah, they had white chocolate.
Yeah, Eggs Benedict does sound good.
They had white chocolate hot cocoa. We didn't
Sausage,
get it,
bacon,
but that was
cheese baguette.
interesting.
Drop the bacon and you got me there.
No, that sounded all right.
Yeah, but you like bacon. I don't.
Yep. Spartacus?
I gained 40 pounds watching Anthony's train live stream.
Yeah.
They talk about food. Sauerbraten. I'm Spartacus, and so's my wife.
Add Tabasco sauce to Egg Benedict to make Eggs Benedict Arnold.
Yeah, I had a steak pie with sausage. That was good. Well, hello, Tony from Choberton.
Hey, Joberton. He said Tony.
Yes, they did. I don't know. It just said it was a steak and sausage pie and with something and then gravy, and I liked it. I avoided the mushy peas
You did
because
avoid
I don't
the
like
mushy
any
peas.
form of peas.
That's probably good advice.
Don't do square sausage.
Don't do
I eat
square
square
sausage.
fish.
Yep. Breaded and deep fried, yep.
But that's why it's very dangerous to invite me over for dinner, because I'm a fussy eater and I do not try things. It's because it was geometry students. They wanted to get all the basic shapes.
What about square sausage, Anthony?
And we sometimes make square pizza.
Lashing of HP sauce.
And Jet's pizza. Oh, we haven't had Jet's in a long time. That almost sounds good. We could do Jet's pizza.
We could do Jet's pizza.
Oh, I think I've talked you into that one.
You want me to open over it?
Yeah, why not?
What do you want on it? I think I don't like their beef.
All right, just do pepperoni.
Okay. Anything else?
Do you have to call them?
I think I can do it online.
It should be on this computer.
Yeah, probably would be.
You can just go on that computer and just open a new tab.
Thanks, hon.
Well, I didn't know if you were going to just go straight to it. But, yeah, I'm not worried about starving. I'm more worried about, you know, somebody's like, oh, you got to try this. Oh, I put onions in this. And I don't like onions.
Anthony's not going to starve.
I am a very, very fussy eater. I like steak, and I like basic steak. The minute somebody throws 80 seasonings in it, I'm sort of like, I wanted to taste the steak. I'm a caveman. I just want to taste the meat.
Let me order before that. Okay.
You have six rewards available.
Yeah.
Scroll down.
I thought that was a hotline.
No, it's
Oh,
there.
I guess not. Anyway, I'm tired, honey.
Okay.
All right, build your own.
No, there's a couple of places like Jet's Pizza does rectangular and square pizzas. They also do round ones too, but oh, fish. Ray Bertelson. No, I have different radii. So let me go to the 11 lane camera where I can best demonstrate this. Bing. Bing, 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 bing. I need my pointy stick.
They have really good.
Now, mind you, Sainsbury. We know Sainsbury. We did a lot of shopping at Sainsbury last year. Hey, Tammy and Ray, how are you? Nice to
Hi,
talk to you on the
Tammy and
phone
Ray.
today. Okay, so I got to avoid hitting things with the stick.
Yeah, like me.
Anyhow, now remember, everything's metric here, and I actually can do this, so I'll show this to you real fast. Boom. Right. So if you look in the upper left-hand corner, you can see Märklin has 5 radii. So radius 1 is 360 centimeters, which is about, what is that, 15 inches? Roughly 15 inches on center. Um, 360 divided by 25. And then it just goes out from there. And then radius 5 is 643.6 millimeters, which is about 21, 22 inches, somewhere in there. 22 inches, 23 inches. So anyhow, let's go back to the 11-lane camera. So anyhow, it's radius 5, radius 5, radius 5, radius 4, radius 4, and then the interiors in here are radius 3. It's
3. Actually, it's 3 3. No, it's 4 4 3 3 3 2. I don't use any radius 1. But because they're spaced differently, this is all custom spacing by me so I could get as many lanes as I could.
Okay. A baked bean pizza? Woof.
Outside of specialty Raymond legs, now again, I trust your knowledge more than mine, but outside of specialty locos, certain specialty locomotives, everything Märklin makes is supposed to be able to handle radius 2, and the vast majority of their stuff is supposed to be able to handle radius 1. Because that's the big argument I have with Germans and, whoops, wrong one. Whoops, wrong one. That's the big argument, debate I have with some of the German guys. Like, I did a video 4 years ago where I was explaining the Märklin system. And I did a video where I talked about the radius 1 debate. Now, I didn't take sides in it. For those who don't know, in the Märklin world, there is a large group of people that say get rid of radius 1, and almost, well, every Märklin starter kit that comes with track comes with radius 1 track. And about half the people in Märklin hate the radius 1 track, and the other half defend it. And I didn't take sides. I just explained the pros and cons. And I also talked about why Märklin makes very few things that are true 187 scale, because they scale everything down to fit their radius 1 stuff. And wow, that episode got me some of the most hate mail and comments I ever got, because both sides were accusing me of taking the other side. And I just said, I wish Märklin would make.
Anthony understands Switzerland isn't always easy. Being Switzerland. Is that how they label the 2-rail track? The 2-rail? So is the K track that way?
Is the what?
The 2-rail track. The K
No.
track or the...
2-rail track is just called Trix C track.
Right. So does it have a radius 2 curve on it?
They're all radius 1, 2, 3, 4,
okay.
5.
I think that's what he was asking.
Yeah. So
Okay,
yeah, the
that's
Märklin
Märklin.
2-rail, the
Yeah.
Märklin 2-rail and the Trix 2-rail, it's C track, which, let's go to the floor guys. I haven't looked at them in a while. But just to show that, here we go. That track on the floor, that is 2-rail Märklin track, but it's called Trix, because anything Märklin does for 2-rail is under their Trix name. And Raymond and Ifo, if he were still here, would immediately chime in and say, wait, Märklin still makes some 2-rail stuff. That's actually re-releases of some specialty stuff Märklin did. Basically, everything Märklin releases now that's going to be 2-rail is in HO scale is done through the Trix name. And the difference is it doesn't have the 3rd rail up the middle. But that is all 2-rail there. Trix is a good breakfast cereal here in America. Hey, Jean Ricard, you made it before we logged out.
Hey, Jean. Twix.
That's Twix.
Twix?
Twix is probably my least favorite
Twix
candy bar in
candy
America.
bars
They call it a
are-
biscuit. We call it a candy bar.
Yeah.
Because it's in a bar shape and it's candy.
Ah, come on, why are you acting up? What's going on here?
All right, night, Growler.
All right, Ewan, good night. Take care.
Ewan,
Thanks for
you're
stopping
fun
in.
over.
Ah, here we go.
What's that?
Oh, just this view.
Yeah.
I do like this view.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't show it off because I don't always have trains on it.
You
But
go buy a back scratcher. That's a problem when you can't move your arm around.
yeah, speaking of back scratchers, I've been using Genre Card's back scratcher. He bought me. I've been using Genre Card's back scratcher. He bought me. Multi-purpose because it is a great back scratcher, but it actually is very handy for getting my trains when I set up my live streams. To just put my train zip, zip,
Ooh,
zip,
he
zip.
admits it's good.
I already
How about
told Genre
that?
Card.
All
I
right.
told him it. Actually, I have since I started using it. I've continued to use it, as you predicted would be the case.
Uh-huh.
So I bow to your generosity
And knowledge.
and knowledge. Because, yeah, ever since you got... I didn't use it right away, but I started using it about 3 weeks ago, and now I use it every time I move stock around.
Ray has big eyes. Oh, that's nice.
Lots of trains, lots of trains.
Lots of trains. Trains and trains and trains and trains. And
What do you mean, how does it compare?
I
I mean,
still think you
as
gotta
far
find a
as
way to get your
radiuses,
trains just
they're
moving.
both basically 3 inches apart, but I think the European
Should
Märklin
look into
stuff
that.
is slightly tighter. Like the first one is 15 inches, but it's really like 14.8 inches. I mean, let me get my calculator out here. Yeah, Lynn texted me no sound. Alan texted me no sound.
Okay.
So anyhow, I want to do calculator. I'm usually pretty good in my head, but I want to make sure I get this right. Where is calculator? There it is. Calculator. So what's the first one? 360. 360 divided by 2.54.
How about times 2.14? That did make sense.
360 divided by 25.4. That's what I wanted. Yeah. So Märklin radius
Numbers
1
better.
is just over 14 inches. And then 17 inches, 20 inches, 23 inches. So radius 5 is, I think, that's the one that's 23 inches. Yeah, because it's 14, 17, 20, 23, and maybe it's 26 inches. But yeah. But the Trick C-Track, personally, I consider it better than Bachmann. You don't have to deal with fish plates. It's preset for you to wire everything in, so you don't have to worry about where to wire it in because everything's done with a shovel nose connector. So it's just, in my opinion, once you put it together, compared to Bachmann Easy Track or Atlas Easy Track, it's better. Because it goes together, it stays together, you don't have to deal with fish plates. You'll do less soldering, although you can solder if you want to.
It's almost 6 o'clock.
Yeah, so yeah, radius 2 is 17 inches. Roughly 17 inches.
They're pretty tight. Yep.
But yeah, the big American locos, yeah, they would not handle it. But that's why when I did this, I wanted to leave this. The smallest radius on my layout is radius 3, except for the tightest circle in my parking area, which is only for my small DMUs and EMUs. Everything else is radius 3, which is 20 inches or wider. But yeah, most of my stuff is radius 5. So again, if you want to do the math here on Märklin, I'll pull that up again. And radius 5 is 643.6 millimeters. So if I divide that, 643.6 divided by 25.4 equals, yeah, 20. So radius 5 is about 25 inches.
You compare the Bachmann point with the Märklin point. Which one is the highest quality?
Well, again, let me go
Well,
to...
that's what Anthony's doing too. Yep.
Yeah, now, and again, in the Märklin C-track system, I'm not talking their K-track, which is their more realistic. I'm talking the C-track. I thought I had a couple sitting here. Yeah. All right, let me go ahead and do this and explain this again, maybe for new people, but most of you have probably seen this, and I've got old videos where I'd probably remake them and do some things. But here's Märklin C-track, okay?
Night, Ray.
Good night, Ray Burleson. It's pre-bedded, and it has, if you look at it, already has a texture to look like ballast. And there are parts of Germany where the ballast is this color. So it's not completely unrealistic, but it's pre-bedded. And the track already has a dull coat on it, so it's not quite as shiny as, but, you know, and this is, most guys that do Märklin use C-track instead of their K-track, which is the more realistic stuff. But there are plenty of guys that use the K-track. But anyhow, in this, so you can see there are little nubs down the middle. But Märklin has two straight track turnouts. There's this one, which basically goes out to a radius 2 curve. And then there's the long narrow, which basically does, I think it's a radius 1. But it's a much longer and tighter piece. But that's it. They don't have like Atlas has, where they have 10, 15, 20 different types of turnouts or points or whatever you want to call them. They are, there's the short one with the wider radius, and there's the long narrow one. That's it. They have one 3-way split, and then they have 2 different curve where they branch off on curves.
Yeah, it is a good quality track.
But this stuff goes together. There's no soldering, okay? Here, let me do something crazy here. All right. So here's 2 pieces together. Here's 2 pieces. When they go together, you click them in. All right. So now they're clicked together. It takes a lot of force to pull them apart. You actually damage them doing that. These will stay together. When you lay these down, unlike my Bachmann where you have to slide fish plates and then squeeze it together, you don't need the fish plates because everything is metalled underneath and connected underneath. So there's always a permanent gap. I don't know if you can see that. It's about 1 millimeter to 0.5 millimeter. There is a permanent gap there to allow for metal expansion. It's all done. You don't have to account for anything. So you can get this for 2-rail. This is 3-rail. This only works with my trains. But you can get this stuff in 2-rail if you don't mind that it's not super realistic compared to your standard track you buy. But everything you connect goes under here. All your wiring you can run under the track, under the bed, and you connect it with spade connectors. Who's in here?
Okay.
Oh, I thought you said somebody was in here.
Nope.
Okay.
It's 6 o'clock.
Right. Well, yeah, it's 6 o'clock, so we got to get going. But the thing is, we're Jean Ricard. We're comparing it to Bachmann Easy Track and Atlas Easy Track. And I know I'm biased, but this, if you use Bachmann Easy Track and you have issues with it, skip it. This stuff is easier. Much easier. And when you put an oval together, you either tack it down in just 2 places with a nail. You can tack it down with a nail in a couple places, and it's not going to move, and it's going to stay in place. Plus, you don't need foam board with this. You don't need cork board with this. So, right, in my opinion, having had Bachmann Easy Track, both black and gray, I will say right now, the Tricks C-Track, miles ahead. Miles ahead. But again, if you want realistic, Märklin makes K-Track, and then there's Tricks K-Track. So K-Track is the realistic looking stuff. And if you ever hear of Märklin M-Track, don't shoot me, Jean Ricard and Raymond Legs, but it's basically the same thing as this, except it's all metal. It's pre-bedded metal track. That's M-Track. And this is
Fire.
C-Track. And then there's K-Track, which is the realistic looking stuff. Alright, anyhow, I gotta let that guy get up the incline. And we'll stop him. We'll let this guy get up.
Alright, Andy.
Slow down. You want to get the UK trains?
Sure.
Wait. Damn it. I always forget it. Oh. Try to get camera of Joyce playing with trains. Trying to get visual of it. Okay, so anyhow. That is it for another Friday. It is 6 o'clock. Actually, it is 6:03. We are 3 minutes over time. So a lot of you are already ducking out. But Joyce and I want to say...
He's got to get in the right spot.
He's got to get in the right spot. No, you're just having fun playing with it.
Okay.
You're just having fun. You're playing with trains and you're having fun. It gets addictive.
Yes, I am. Okay.
You should take a train and put it in your classroom and use it as blackmail on your kids. All right. Anyhow, on behalf of the amazing Mrs. and myself, we're going to thank everybody for showing up this Friday. And we will see you next week Friday, or I will be around some of the streams. I am taking a little bit of a break from YouTube, trying to scale back. And so I might not be in a lot of streams, but I'll try to comment on videos posted. But until we see you again, we're going to say, Auf Wiedersehen.
Choose.
And happy trains. Take care, everybody.
Bye.